why are you not investing in tax liens? No, seriously, why are you not investing into one of
All right, let's see. Good morning. Good morning. Whoa. Forever Great. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you keep killing the game too. I hope you keep killing it too, man. Oh, Madi, good morning. Good morning. Alright, so let's look at GJ here. So daily is obviously bearish. Previous daily was bearish as well. We've obviously seen a huge bearish movement throughout London session so far. Johan, good morning. Good morning. And we're looking at the 4-hour candle flip here as well. So we're looking at 4-hour candle being able to flip bearish and continue down. On 30-minute, we have a support at 166.149. This right here, this setup on hourly, is actually the perfect slingshot setup. We have major bearish candle, then a weak bullish candle right here. And so this candle, as long as it respects the previous candle's high and breaks the low, I know it looks on trading view like the low was broken. However, if I look at my MT5, oh yeah, it does show the low was broken too. But obviously, as we can see, it rejected pretty hard. And so when looking at 30-minute time frame in regards to this, we can see it's kind of ranging here. You know, it's kind of like in a little range. We had this candle right here close strong bearish, this candle right here close weak bullish, and then this candle right here closed bearish, broke the highs and lows of the previous candle. But the problem is that it failed to close below these two candles. So that kind of like invalidated the slingshot setup for me. And then I saw this candle close just a second ago at 6:30 a.m. and I was like, okay, cool. You know, this should continue driving down. The problem is there's no bottom wick. The good news is it hasn't broken the low yet. This candle right here, the current candle, hasn't broken the low yet of the previous candle. So I think as long as it respects the high and it goes to break the low here, then we can look to take sell entries based on the higher time frames continuing bearish as well, like I was talking about as far as the 4-hour flip, the hourly, you know, continuing to make the slingshot move, and so on. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here on GJ. And if it goes to break the low in this 30-minute candle, I'm probably going to look to take sell entries. Or on the flip side, we can look to correct some of this London move. If we can see candle closure above. If we can see candle closure above here, I think we can correct this move up, which obviously it's definitely a big enough range. I think it's like 100 pips. Yeah, 80, 90 pips. Daniel, hey Mike, good to see you again. Let's see if we can make some money. Absolutely. Do you always take short scalps? Yeah, I'm always scalping. Yeah, I'm not sure if you mean shorts as in sells, like I only look for sell position scalps. That's not the case. But yes, scalps in general, yes. El Lamadi, GJ daily support. Yeah, for sure. We do have wicks that we can fill here. We do have solid range that we can fill here. So yeah, it might be something to be cautious about as far as support. But we obviously have a major gap here on this candle. So on 4-hour, it looks good to continue down to 165, I think. Short term, correct. Yeah, short term. Honestly, like I'm looking to be in and out of a trade like in 5 minutes. If I can get in and out of a trade in 5 minutes, it's an amazing trade. Yeah, really only looking to catch 10 pips. 10 pips is the goal. From there I secure partials, and then I'll let a runner run. Forever Great, do you take impulse entries or you wait for a retest. It really depends on the situation. In this case, I would look to take impulse entries as the low is broken. I can tell that there's a lot of like liquidity in the market right now. There's a lot of volume in the market right now. If you look at your MT5, you know, it's like its price is jumping around a lot. So you can tell like there's a lot going on in the market right now. So in this case, impulse entries I think are going to be best, but it's just one of those things where it's like intuition, you know. If candles are moving nice, strong, clean, which they have been, then impulse entries make the most sense. But sometimes you need that extra confirmation with like a retest. But that's essentially like the MP special. The MP special is like a break and retest. The slingshot is like an impulse entry. Daniel, wow, okay, I don't scalp but willing to give it a go. I normally intraday trade or swing trade. Yeah, I mean, whatever is best for you, whatever floats your boat. For me, you know, like I don't like to hold on to positions, especially like, you know, I used to swing trade a lot, and one of the things that I would always experience was price like going in my direction. I'll be in profits, you know, 30, 50 pips in profit, and then all of a sudden price would retrace and I'd be in 30 pips drawdown, and I'd be like, oh fuck, you know, what the hell. So that's when I was like, yeah, you know, I need to start switching up my strategy. Once I came across Raja, that's when I started to learn the concept of just 10 pips a day. And I saw him, you know, just take one trade a day and make a couple $100. When I first started watching him, it would just be a couple $100 and 10 pips, and he would check out for the day, would go on about his life, and I was like, damn, yeah, that's what I want. And, you know, as I watched him over the years, it obviously started to get larger and larger. And, you know, now he's making 5 figures and just a 10 pip trade. So it's pretty impressive. You don't need a lot. That's one thing I realized, is you don't need a lot. It's all relevant. Yeah, but it's not looking like this is gonna play out at this moment, unless the next 15-minute candle just like breaks the lows, then it should play out, but it doesn't look like it is. You're right, you don't need a big move to make a lot of money if you have a big account. Yeah, I mean, it's not even relevant to the account, really. I mean, obviously the account does have, you know, something to do with it, but you can make good money just like with like a $5,000 account, you know, a 5K account. You can make really good money just risking 1%, you know, risking $50 per trade. You can make really good money. It all compounds over time. Let's look at Forex Factory while we're waiting. Looks like we got GBP news at 8 a.m. so might want to be a little cautious this morning. Official bank rate. Dang, so the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the forecast and actual has been the same. So they're increasing rates again, 3%. 3%, it was 2.25. Based on the history here, it looks like the actual is probably going to be that same thing. Let's look at this. September 22nd. So we're going to go back to September 22nd. Oh, look at that. Here on the charts. What was that? 8 a.m. Damn. Oh yeah, I remember this actually. Oh no, that wasn't it. 7:38. Huh. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the news did anything. And the last time, September 22nd, 8 a.m. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like the news did anything last time. Interesting. So we'll just have to see. I mean, we'll be streaming at that time, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it looks like we're getting a little fake out here, which I honestly like this a little bit better. I would like to see price retrace and correct some of this move. Obviously, the bearish momentum makes a lot of sense to continue bearish. But at the same time, you know, this daily candle has already fallen a shit ton. So like, how much more can we expect it to fall? 187. It's already fallen 187 pips. So I mean, with that in mind too, I mean, we have that news coming in at 8 a.m. If the interest rates are bad or they're increasing, so I'm going to assume that the increasing is not going to be the best, but actual greater than forecast is good for currency. So if it's going to be the same, that's probably why we haven't seen the move in the price in the past. But obviously we would need to back test the past ones as well and just see like what happened there. But I mean, if interest rates are raising, I think that would essentially mean that, you know, that's bad for GBP, for the currency. So in my mind, that would push GJ down. But you know, if actual is greater than forecast is good for the currency, that means if actual is the same as forecast, might not do anything to the currency. If actual is worse than the forecast, then it's bad for the currency. So basically, in my opinion, if rates are below 3%, then GJ can probably continue up. If rates are gonna be 3%, then GJ is probably just gonna continue following its structure. If rates are going to be above 3%, then we'll probably see GJ crash. Well, let's see what we got here on gold. I think these stops, 50 pips. But yeah, let's check out gold. It looks like we might have a GJ buy opportunity here in the next 10 minutes. We get this 30 minute to close above 166,900 or so. Daniel, do you trade news? Yes and no. I mean, I don't avoid it, you know, like it's not gonna make me like not trade for the day. Like if I haven't taken a trade and news is coming around and I think I can execute on it, I'm gonna execute on it 100%. But at the same time, like yesterday, you know, FOMC news or whatever was at 2 p.m. Eastern time, like, you know, that's not during my trading time, so I didn't just like hop on the charts just to trade news. Oh, okay, dang, yeah, they'll be going up to 3% for sure today. More increases coming in future. Yeah, I agree with that speculation 100%. Let's do a little analysis here on gold though. So daily's obviously hella bearish. We got support right here, support right here. You know, so we're kind of at some support levels here on gold. 4-hour bearish support that we're rejecting. Yeah, it's a strong support level too. So 1620 or so. We haven't seen price down here in a long time either. 1 hour just moving bearish. 30-minute moving bearish and then starting to have some problems here, but overall following trend. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Probably create a lower high. As long as it starts respecting these levels, it'll probably continue down. But yeah, these candles are pretty big here. Yeah, that's 30 pips just to that. That's crazy. That's literally a tradable range right there. Looking at this, I think I'd rather see buys above here on gold because, you know, this is kind of a range here. You know, if we look at that on 15-minute, like that's a little range there. So because we have cleaner traffic above here, I think it would be better above here. Sells, we gotta find a target for this. So we're kind of, yeah, we got some support here. Yeah, we might not be able to look for sells yet on gold. Nah. No sells on gold until below here at least. I don't think there is. Okay, cool. Yeah, that works. 32 pips. Yeah, so that's gonna be what we're gonna look at currently on gold. What? Oh yeah. Yeah, see, look at how that zone looks on 15 minute. I honestly think if we close above it right here, we could probably fill this candle, which is like 30 pip candle, 40 pip candle, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna readjust those buys again, and we'll keep that thought in mind. Keep that thought in mind. We'll keep watching this. Probably want to look at gold on 15 minute today, honestly, because the candles are so big. So yeah, these 30-minute candles printing like 45 pips, you know, that's going to give us some pretty large stops. Minute candles are much better, but if we get a closer like this, we could definitely see a break below and fill this range, I think, for sure. Got some rejections in this area, but candles haven't closed below 1620. So with that said, we might want to wait for a closure. This is clean here, but over here we have a lot of rejections. If I can get back to it. Yeah, see these wicks here? If candle doesn't close below here and it just starts to break below, it could just do the same thing. Just reject and go back up. But in a strong bearish trend, I think it can probably push through there. We'll have to see. This candle closes the way it is printing so far. Stops will be pretty large, 35 pips. Dang, I would take that buy as well. Yeah, the buy on gold, I think you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good. Got 1 minute here on GJ. Damn. A lot of volume in the markets today. I think in this case, because of how big the candles are and there's a 15-minute resistance right here, we might want to wait for price to break above or to close above here. This is like a counter trend move too. Normally if the candles weren't so big, I'd probably take the buy on the break of the highs here. It's a little wick and it's breaking the high immediately. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't take it. Yeah, let's see what it does here on this this resistance here. Gold gave a good closure for a slingshot. 15-minute kind of weak bearish. Hourly closed with a little rejection, still making higher highs and higher lows. 4 hours still in play. So we're at 4 hour support. really considering taking gold sells at the break of the low. Stops would be a little big though, but as always, you know, only risking 1%. It fluctuates based on you know, my lot size will fluctuate based on the damn overall stop loss regardless. Let's see. No sells on gold yet. I'm thinking because of the rejections here, it's not gonna be the best idea. Cause like we saw like this same setup that's happening right now, we saw this happen right here. This was during pre-London, London Open, bearish candle, bullish candle. This next candle broke the low but rejected and finished super bullish. You know, because we haven't closed below this level here currently, I don't think it's going to be a good idea at the break of the lows. Like, this is a perfect slingshot setup, but because of what price did here in the past, I don't think it's going to be the best idea. I think we'll want to have sells below here with a closure. Oops. Yeah, I think that's going to make the most sense. Because like I said, you know, we closed right at this level. In the past, you know, when we did this, which this wasn't that long ago, this was only a little bit ago. So wicks, you know, rejection, so we could see that same thing happen, and I don't want to be a part of that. If that's gonna happen, you know, if I was taking multiple trades a day, it would be okay. But since it's, you know, I only take one trade, I got to make sure it's the best possible trade. We still have plenty of time left in the session, so no need to force anything. But see, like when we closed in this range, you know, we got this clean candle. So if we can close in the range, I think it will be really good. Okay, let's see here. Hey Mike, I send a chart to Telegram. Is it an MP special? Let me check it out. Let me check it out. Yeah, this is solid. This is solid. So the MP special would be, you know, price came down, created a low right here, came up, created the resistance, and then as it broke the lows, this is where I would have taken the entry right here. As it broke the low, I would target, you know, the bottom of this range right here, and then I would have my stops above this candle here. So your entry was a little bit later. This entry is more of like a break and close below, you know, like price broke and closed below the range and you took entries. But you know, my entry, I would have looked to take entry right here as this strong bearish candle broke the low here and then targeted this zone. And as you can see, that was a clean move in one candle. It worked out amazing. So that's what I would have done. But yeah, that's definitely an MP special. Low created, resistance, go retest the low. Well done, well done. And it looks like a really good winning trade, so congrats to you. Congrats to you, FUFS. Was that today? Yeah, and see, we're rejecting that now. On GJ. So it was a smart idea to take note of that 15-minute resistance and not be a cowboy and take buys. El Mahdi, did you take the sell on gold? Nope, I think I already talked about that. Sorry. YouTube Sambo, take a trade on GJ. It's clear market. Yeah, I agree. I like GJ a lot better anyways, so I prefer a trade on GJ. But at the same time, the same thing does play out on gold, you know, so I'll always execute there if I can. Same moves play out there. One or the other. El Mahdi, I think GJ is more clear, but I'm waiting after news. Yeah, I think that might be smart. Yeah, we can't forget about this news here. However, El Mahdi, I did look back. September 22nd, this news didn't do a damn thing. Let's see, I'll go back to it. September 22nd, 8 a.m. Yeah, this news did nothing. See, this is September 22nd, 8 a.m. See, price is moving bearish and it just kind of ranged and didn't really do anything. That was the last time it came out. So looking at the history of the last 5 news events here, you know, the forecast has been the same as actual, and actual greater than the forecast is good for currency. So since we're talking about rates, it would actually be less. You know, the rate would have to be lower for it to be greater than forecast. And then that would mean GBP will go up. And then if it's higher than forecast, if interest rates are higher than forecast, then that's going to be bad for the currency. GBP should go down at that point. So looking at this, they're expecting 3%. If it's actually 3%, I think it's probably going to do what history has done here and probably do nothing. And I haven't looked at the other ones, so I mean, we can check out August 4th for another confirmation. So let's just do that since we're not doing anything special right now. What's going on here? Okay. So August 4, let's see, August 4. Yeah, I mean, August 4th, same type of thing. I mean, it was bearish and then came up, created a nice MP special here. Fuck, man, I hope it does this today. That would be amazing. Oh shit, I'm looking at it on 15 minute. Whatever. Ah, damn. I screwed it all up now. But yeah, you get the point. So the last 2 times, you know, we've had this news, these GBP rates, and actual has been the same as forecast. Nothing has happened to GBP. Nothing has happened. So with that said, you can backtest the other dates as well. You know, there's obviously June, May, March. You can backtest those dates as well and see, but you know, 2 is enough for me. I think it's probably pretty accurate. Yeah, today FUFS, congrats on that trade then. That's amazing. Good job. YouTube Sambo, I think GJ is going to sell off to 165.633. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I mean, I don't know what's down here, but yeah, I mean, if we can get closure below 166.685 or confirmations for a good impulse entry, I'm going to look to target 166.149 for sure. So if you think it's going to go to 165.633, then that's great for my analysis for 166. Because shit, man, that's like another 80 pips. New subscriber, Kavas Kar, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much, man. And that brings up a good point here. So since we're waiting, why don't we all pay the fee? I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna like the stream myself. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So go ahead and like the stream, pay the fee, and give a subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. What that does is that helps other people find the channel, just like Kavas Kar just did. You know, the more engagement on the stream, the more people that get exposed to the potential of trading with us. Oh shit, Chaos, that's fucking hilarious. Hi Mike, what the day yesterday was, I got Powell's name tattooed on my butt. Man, I really hope that's true. But yeah, that was fucking insane. That was fucking insane, man. Holy. That move yesterday, it pumped up just so beautifully. Pumped up, just amazing, like just 100 pips and then just completely recorrected the move just so clean. I was like, holy shit. That was amazing. But yeah, I just watched it happen. I didn't trade it. It was out of my time. Good Fed Llama. Yo, hope you're good. Hope you're good too, brother. Your chart work similar to Wix9. Is this the other channel he was talking about? Hence he does Asian sessions mainly. No, I know who Wix9 is. He's a cool dude. I actually don't know him personally, but I've checked out his streams, his Asian session streams. I like him a lot. But no, I think he's talking about Don Vo. I don't think it's me that he's talking about. But I know he usually does like New York sessions with a guy named Don Vo. And I think that guy's on vacation this week. And so Wickstein's been streaming New York. But yeah, he's a cool guy. I've been checking out his Asian sessions probably the last week or so. I just found him on YouTube myself. Yeah, I think we're gonna get some sell entries here on GJ. Oh, we did have a 15-minute candle close. Okay. Starting to make lower lows and lower highs again. So maybe we can do that same thing here on 30-minute. GJ 15-minute close bearish with no bottom wick, still creating higher highs and higher lows as well. This current 15-minute has broken the previous 15-minute low, just barely. Nothing to execute on here though. This is a range, you know, it's a no trade range. We want to look for sells below here. 51 pip range, much better. I just took a trade after GJ retested with a 0.1 lot size, and I'm gonna hold. Awesome. You take sells, YouTube Sambo. You take sells. Oh yeah, that's right. You're looking for 165 something. So yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, it should be pretty good. Maybe stops above this range here. You should be pretty good to swing trade that. Good fella llama. Okay, shit bro, sweet, thanks for responding bruv. Yes sir, yes sir. And if you're new to the channel, goofed llama, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and show some love. So we need other new people to find the channel. Damn, made 3,600 pounds the way up and 4,200 pounds the way down, and moved out at 1648 and went further, but I remembered what you said about the emotional click you talked about 2 days ago. Made so much. I'm now also watching the stuff you do on IG. Damn, man, that's fucking crazy. 3,600 the way up and 4,200 the way down. Holy, my man collected some cheddar. We need some of that today. Good shit, man. Good shit. Already did, bruv. I smashed the like and subscribe. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. It means the world. The engagement means the world. Christine Woods. Yeah, that is amazing, man. That is what we call scamming the markets. 3,600 the way up, 4,200 the way down. Yeah, I saw Capital Hungry Jeevan posting about the move before, and I was like, man, this guy's a wizard. Like, he always gets rates right. USD rates, he always gets it right. And I was like, man, he's probably spot on with this. And he like literally talked about it like to a T. I saw a lot of his guys took entries, took sells, buys and sells, and they just crushed the markets, man. Some really good moves. Oh, Kavas is someone that I got connected with on Twitter. That's what it was. Hell yeah. KJ, yeah, man, Jeevan is that dude. Crazy fundamental knowledge. Yeah, 100%. For anything fundamentals, man, that's the guy. That's who I recommend. Not sure if that's English, what I just said. Yeah, no, I think it is. I mean, I think I understand. You're watching my my Instagram now. Yeah, actually, I haven't been on Instagram in probably like a month or so. Yeah, just tired of seeing people flex their rented vehicles and, you know, their over leveraged lifestyles. Tired of watching it, so retiring from Instagram for the time being. My previous business relied on my Instagram presence, and I shut that down in August, and I've really been enjoying not having to rely on other shit. No, I meant about the sharing your knowledge about KJ's message. Huh. I'm not sure I understand. Yeah, Christine, flex the rented vehicles. Yeah. Yeah, tired of seeing it. You know, tired of seeing it. Like I've been on, you know, I've been big on Instagram ever since it came out. Like I was like obsessed with growing my profile and growing my account, and you know, I was like I said, pretty obsessed with it, and that got me in tuned with the world, you know, like that got me in tuned with social media. that got me in tune with social media, like the people behind the scenes, what their lives were really like, you know, how they actually moved. I started to realize a lot of these people don't do shit, you know. So yeah, it's pretty toxic, honestly. It's pretty toxic. It's very good for motivation, but it can be very bad for your ego when it comes to you seeing some 21-year-old renting a rented, or flexing a rented Lambo, and you know they got nothing. All right, so I am gonna execute on these gold sells, and we're just gonna look for a nice 10 pips at 16.1873. 16.1873 set. Got stops above the previous 30-minute candle. Yeah, stops are a little large, 35 pips, but still only risking 1% of the account balance here, so we'll see. And simply just taking this, like, cause I know I mentioned, you know, like the wicks in the past, in this zone. Simply just taking this just because, you know, this is a slingshot right at support. And, you know, we're in pre-New York, 7:30 a.m. Eastern time is about to come. We've been in a huge bearish trend here, so strong bearish momentum. Should just continue to push. Should be able to get 10 pips out of this. You know, I think we got 30 pips down to the range or something. Yeah, there it goes right there. 32 pips there, so should be able to collect 10 pips. And cash out, man, cash out. Gallop gold, gallop. We got 6 minutes left in the 30-minute candle. I think it should make the move before the 30-minute candle closes. And we can just relax with a nice, easy day here. Oh, there's auto break even. Entry was 16.1973. Stop loss. Oh, it's already at 16.1973 now. So yeah, stops are at entry at this point. It's like 5-6 pips in profit. If it comes back to entry before hitting 10 pips, and oh well. That's exactly what I don't want to be a part of, because remember I said the rejections in the past in this area, but it looks like it's probably gonna hit my TP right here, unless it just rejects really hard. Which, you know, gold does that, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it did that, but it's literally just like sniffing my TP right now of 10 pips. Come on, do that last little gallop. Just that last little gallop to close the position. Okay, 9 pips. Okay, just one little bump. There we go. Okay, 10 pips. Yay! Winning trade, and just like that, 10 pips. On an easy move, slingshot move, always happens. God damn. Just makes me so happy to be able to scam the markets like this. Okay, I missed a couple of messages here. Above KJ message, not about KJ. Bro, Mike is... Yeah, I am tired as fuck this morning. Shit, man. Oh no, it made perfect sense about what you're talking about with the 3,600 pounds, 4,200, the emotional click. Yeah, no, all that made perfect sense. Let's see, I missed. Let's see. Well done, Christine. I meant well said, Christine. Jiao, GJ 1 minute has double bottom and double top together. Yeah, 1 minute is just chaos. You know, you get a lot of anxiety looking at 1 minute, so no 1 minute candles for me. Daniel, well done. Thank you so much. Daniel, what was your RR? It was negative RR 100%. So stops were, let's see, stops were, I think I said it was like 35 pips. I didn't see like what the actual price of the stops were because it triggered auto break even too fast. So before I got it in there, it was already triggered. But oh yeah, stops were above the previous candle. It was like 35 pips. So the RR was 0.28. As you can see, it's a very negative risk to reward. But the thing is like I always only risk 1%. So no matter how big or small the stop loss is, the top of the stop loss is going to be 1% loss of my account. So the only thing that changes based on the stop loss size or the RR size is the amount of profits that I'm going to get. Obviously with a smaller stop loss, 10 pips is going to be more profits. With a larger stop loss, 10 pips is going to be less profits. But the risk amount is always going to be the same. So that's what it was looking like. Mike, what's your win rate? I'm honestly not sure. I honestly have no idea. It's like I probably lose more than I win, to be completely honest. But the key is that the losses are smaller than the wins. You know, I'm always putting myself into a position to lose less. For example, like I only ever risk 1%, but I never lose 1%. I never allow the position to hit the full stop loss. I always set a partial stop loss at minus 50%. So going back to this example here, let me see if I can just undo. All right, perfect. So going back to this example, this is like, I know stop loss was like 35 pips or so. So 50% of that would be, I think it would be 16, 17 or so, 17, 18, 17 and a half pips would be 50%. So I would have a partial stop loss. Let's just say this is 50%. I would have a partial stop loss right here, and that's what I did. I had partial stop loss at 50% right there, which this right here is going to close 90% of the position. So I'm closing 90% of my 1% risk right here, and then either 10% is going to hit my stop loss or 10% is going to go 10 pips plus in profit, and I'm going to be able to lose less, you know. So I hope that answers your question there, El Mari. But so far for the month of November, I've had 2 wins, 1 loss. Monday I had a win, Tuesday I had a loss. Wait, Monday was Halloween. Tuesday I had a win, Wednesday I had a loss, and then today a win, 10 pips. Tuesdays was like 13 pips. Profit, yeah. This should continue though. Now we have the closure in this area. So going back to what I was talking about, you know, last time candle came into this area, price came into this area, we rejected, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So now we have a candle that is closed in this area. So we should 100% see price respect the previous 30-minute candle's high and then continue to come down and fill this range. Because last time that we closed in this area, we moved through it like just beautifully and just galloped right down to 1616. So, you know, this really isn't rocket science, to be honest. You know, like you just have to look at the history and see where your probability is highest. And like, don't get me wrong, this could completely fucking retrace and just continue up and not go down anymore at all. But based on what I see from the history, probability is in our favor to see sells based on the huge bearish momentum, you know, pre-New York session here. You know, everything's in our favor as far as a bearish bias. Price is closed in this range where it rejected in the past, you know, so everything's in our favor. My entry was a little late, got about 6 instead of 10. No problem, Christine, no problem. I'll write it again. I don't think you yet realize the amount of positive value you bring to us just by trading day to day with us. I did learn a lot in 2 days, and you're a magician. Fuck, man, I really appreciate that. I'm pinning that. Damn, I appreciate that so much, man. You don't even realize it, for real. Still good, Christine. I have some alerts set up. Helps me open my MT4 on time. Yeah, and with that said too, Christine, I mean, fuck, man, profits, you know. So if you won today, just be happy you won. You know, any type of profit is amazing. Oh yeah, I meant still happy to have a win for today. Absolutely. A trade a day keeps your bills reminder away. yeah, profitable trade a day, or a proper risk, a proper leverage trade a day will always keep your bill reminders away. All of the people that is not from my country can't say my name. Yeah, I really apologize. Jiao? I'm not sure. With this style, you need to have a really good win rate, like 95%. No, I don't think so. I mean, as long as your wins are bigger than your losses, then it's all good. It's like Carvalho. Oh, that Jiao's last name, Carvalho. 20 likes. Thank you guys for the love. We had 157 views so far. 27 people with us live currently. And it's awesome. Love to see the traffic here. We got a nice win here. An easy 10 pips. Just keeping it really safe here. Really safe. No need to try and take everything from the market. Not Jiao. Ah, shit. Say Joe first and then Al. Joao. Okay. Joao. I hope that's it. Hey, Spencer Rickerson. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad that you found us, however you found us. El Madi, because of the small RR, you need a good win rate. Yeah, I mean, to each their own, you know. I mean, if you think you need a good win rate for it, then by all means, you know, make sure you got a good win rate. But if you can manage your losses properly, then you don't need it. Because, like, that's kind of what I was saying, you know. You probably missed what I was talking about. You know, I always have a partial stop loss at 50% of drawdown. So that's taking me out. It's taking 90% of my position out at 50% drawdown. So I'm never losing a full percent. You know, my wins are always bigger than my losses. Sorry that we're just looking at this anchored text chat here. I keep getting sidetracked and. Yeah, GJ is melting as well. Honestly, I would have liked to have executed on GJ more. And just looking at this based on, yeah, I mean, this honestly like was screaming sells to us. And because we're taking that trade on gold, we weren't really paying attention to this, which, I mean, is no problem at all. Like, we had a profitable trade, that's all that matters. But this screams sells, and let me just explain why this screams sells. So 15 minute, not very clear, but if we look at it, you know, we had a low created, a high created, a low created, and then a lower high created. And notice how this lower high here closed lower than this lower high here, so it's valid. You know, low created, lower high, lower low, lower high, now creating that lower low here. Perfect. Rejecting this resistance right here. Okay, amazing. Now we look at 30-minute candles. You know, we have the same thing that happened. You know, the low came, then we got caught up in this range here. We broke out of it. We broke out of the range right here with this candle. And then this candle right here closed back in the range. So it's a fake out. And when we see fake outs, when we see price come down, break out of a range, and then close back in the range, there's about a 90% chance that if price breaks the low of that candle that closed back in the range, it's going to continue bearish through the bottom of the range. I see this happen numerous times. I've executed on it numerous times just based off of that one concept alone, of price coming down, getting caught up in a range, and then breaking out of the range, and then closing back in the range and taking a position in the opposite direction to, you know, come through the bottom of the range. I've traded that numerous times. And then so if we look at this on the hourly, even better. This is just another version of a slingshot move. Price came down, created a low, you know, closed bullish. Notice how this bullish candle right here has a very small top wick, and remember when we saw this candle open, it broke the high of the bullish candle pretty much immediately. So usually when that happens, you know, when the high is broken like immediately, price tends to go back against you. It'll retrace, especially against the trend. You know, if this was with the trend, you know, it would have made a lot more sense. But notice like this gold trade, when we executed, there was 8 minutes left in the 30-minute candle. So it's a very high probability that the candle is just going to continue driving down. Whereas this broke the high pretty much immediately. So what makes us think that it's going to just continue bullish for the, you know, the remainder of the 30-minute candle? You know, it's a very low probability. But this here, I've seen this happen a lot of times too. Bullish candle closes with a weak top wick. Bearish candle breaks the high, comes back, and then once it breaks the low, continues down. I've executed on this setup a lot of times too. So everything really screamed sells on GJ here. So that's something that if I wasn't focused on this, I probably would have executed on that 100%. And then 4 hour obviously created the top wick, broke the low, and it seems to be continuing down. About an hour and a half left in that candle, so it should continue down. We are like at a daily support, it looks like, on golds, I mean on GJ, so might have to be a little cautious, but yeah, I mean that right there, that whole move right there, that was beautiful. I mean, that's just another version of the slingshot here on the hourly, and this is just another version of the MP special here on the daily. I mean on the god damn, I can't speak today, on the 30-minute. But yeah, this 15-minute resistance proved worthy, and you know, like I said, price closed below here. You know, this area was higher than this, so you know, just kind of confirms the bearish momentum. So yeah, I think proper execution on this would have been, you know, as the 30-minute lows were being broken, you know, 30-minute candle closed back in the range, high probability for price to continue down. Stops a little big, 40 pips or so, but fuck man, it is what it is. You know, just risk 1%. You can't get everything you want. Joao, perfect man, thanks. Absolutely, I'll probably butcher it in the future, so don't hold me to it. I think I did that with K Haas. Honestly, I can't remember if that's how his name is pronounced, but fuck man, my memory's not amazing. Christine, going to make coffee, be back shortly. I honestly want to do the same. I haven't drank coffee in like a week, and honestly for no reason other than I just haven't thought about it, and I was like thinking about it like literally last night. I was like, fuck man, I want a cup of coffee. No sugar, no milk for me, Christine. Absolutely, I'm right on the same level. Black coffee only, maybe with a little honey, like a little teaspoon of honey in there, you know, and a little ganja. Jordan Lee, Pogo, good morning fam. Good morning Jordan, man. Fuck man, I love seeing you on here. Every time I see that name pop up on here, I'm like, fuck. I gotta hit you up when I come back to Richmond next time, man. I haven't been there in a hot minute. Haven't been there probably since, I don't know, April or something. My little brother's coming down tomorrow, actually. I'm pretty stoked. He's coming down for the weekend. Man, the motherfucker's getting old, Jordan. He's like 14 now. He just turned 14. Holy. What do you think of gold now, El Mahdi? Gold now? Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, I think it should break the low here and continue to fill this range. You know, like I said, the candle closed below. We have all these wicks, you know, in the last time candles were in this area, price was in this area, we had all these wicks. So before I took my entry, I was explaining that I was thinking that this was a risky entry because of these wicks. But like I said, because it started breaking the low in the second half of the 30-minute candle, I was like, you know what, fuck it. This is a slingshot move. I see this move play out all the time. It's got to play out, so. But yeah, we should be targeting 16. Oh shit, we're already there. Yeah. We're already there. And I still have 10% of the position open right now. So, you know, we're running right down there. I actually think let me check my MT5. Yep, just closed. Beautiful. Beautiful. That was a wonderful move. Jordan, damn, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Roberts, hey man, do you go live every day? Yes sir, live every day. Sometime during New York session, Tuesdays and Thursdays, pretty much always 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, right on the money. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, usually around 8 a.m. Eastern time, 8:15 a.m. Eastern time. But yeah, Roberts, just make sure you subscribe to the channel and you'll get alerted. Also, you can hop in my free Telegram community here. The link is in the description. Got like 200 people in here. But yeah, just a lot of people that trade, you know, just building a community of traders here. I have nothing to sell, you know, nothing to sell as I always say. But yeah, a lot of people here trade London session, you know, some people trade Asian session. You know, we were talking about news yesterday and how we could have caught that. So, you know, this is like how we could have caught, you know, the pump up yesterday. So yeah, link is in the description. Feel free to join. And you'll never miss a live stream there. Jordan Lee, that's nuts. I remember when he was a tiny little guy, but he is slaying it now. Yeah, man, he's a fucking G. He's like as big as me, dude. Like, no joke. He's like almost as tall as me and probably weighs like 160 pounds. Like, he's a big ass kid. My other little brother in Michigan too, man. That little fucker's getting huge too. He's like 6 foot, 160 pounds. He's like 13. Oh man, Robert, okay, great. Thank you for the content, helping me a lot. Thanks, man. GJ, maybe a fake out? Yeah, looks kind of like it. Let's see, we got 15-minute candle closing in 25 seconds or so. But yeah, definitely kind of looks like it. 18 seconds here. Yeah, and so keep this in mind too. Whenever we see this candle with a small top wick and a strong rejection, especially closing back in the range, typically this is a rejection. This is a rejection right here, not a wick fill. So oftentimes people ask me what's the difference between a rejection and a wick fill. This is a rejection. We have a small candle on the top, price move down and close above the range. You know, so this candle right here, we can expect it to respect the low and break the high, and we'll probably see this correct. And it looks like GJ is just going to range at this point. And I mean, it makes sense because we have news coming up at 8 a.m. Eastern time. It makes sense. Gold just gallops so beautifully off the slingshot move, man. Holy. And so just to explain this too, this right here, this pattern, the bearish, the bullish, the bearish, I used to only execute on this after this bearish candle would close, and then I would wait for this candle to wick up, respect the high, and break the low, and that's when I would execute. But I noticed that sometimes with gold during high volume sessions, we see candles like this happen, you know, during slingshots. So it's just really intuition, you know. If it's breaking the lows here, you know, kind of just how it did in the second half of the candle, it's a very high probability it's just going to continue bearish. But if it's doing it immediately, then that impulse entry gets a little risky. Good genetics, 100%. Dan, hello Mike, what's up Dan? Hello. And yeah, by the way, that Telegram group, if you just go to Mike Pogli's, god damn, I can't type, MikePogli's.club, you can go here, and here's the Telegram link right here, right there, boom. So yeah, I'm going to assume this 15-minute candle is going to break the high here. It's going to fill the top of this range, I think. And this 30-minute range is going to change. This like not going to be a fake out anymore. We're going to look at this as a range. Buys above with a closure. And honestly, I like buys on GJ a little bit more, just because, you know, we can correct some of this move down. You know, price has already fallen a shit ton, you know, so I would feel more comfortable with price correcting the move down. Yeah, Mike, makes sense. Thank you. Right on. Right on. But yeah, before that news, I'm gonna go whip up a cup of, or a pot of coffee here myself. If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream, pay the dues. We got 28 people on with us live. We only got 23 likes, so that's at least 5 people that are here watching right now live, listening to my voice, that have not liked the stream. So make sure you like the stream, and if you're new to the stream, make sure you subscribe. That's gonna help other people find the stream in the future. Edvinas, thank you so much, Edvinas. You know the deal. I've seen you around a lot, Edvinas. I know you know the deal. New subscriber, MN. Man, this is like a Russian name. I really apologize, but here you go, man. Shout out to you, new subscriber. I cannot pronounce this name. If you can see this, if that looks like you, thank you. Thank you so much. But I cannot fucking pronounce that. But much love. At Venus, how's your day, Mike? Oh, it's fucking beautiful. We had a winning trade this morning. Any day with a winning trade, any day that I make money is an amazing fucking day. So my day has been absolutely amazing at Venus, and I hope it's been the same for you. Because we caught these gold sells right here. I just secured for 10 pips just because, you know, I was feeling it was a little risky there. So I just secured 10 pips. Now let the 10% run, and it just came down, and it's rejecting my level here. And that's why I trade range to range, and I don't try and trade like 3RR only or whatever the fuck people do. You know, I don't do that shit because you don't know how far price is gonna move. You have no fucking clue how far price is gonna move. But there's a very high probability that price is gonna move from one range to the next range. That's a very high probability. Do you ever trade London session? Unknown Avenger? No. I'm sleeping like a baby during London session. And yeah, I'm just enjoying my cozy bed during London session. I'm in Eastern Standard Time, so London is like pre-London is 1 a.m. Eastern Time. London opens 3 a.m. Eastern Time. I don't get up until 4 a.m. so doesn't work for me. You always take partials at plus 10 pips, Mike? Yeah. I try not to be greedy. It moved the opposite way. At Venus, it moved the opposite way. Oh yeah, the move, the bearish movement on GJ. Yeah, that thing took a shit. But I mean, based on daily, it makes sense. You know, we had a huge daily candle. We have some sort of support here, but yeah, it didn't give a shit about that support. And it's, you know, filling this wick. It'll probably continue down 165, 430, 164, 851. You know, I think it's probably going to continue down. But there was somebody in GJ Sells. There was somebody in GJ Sells that was talking about swinging it. I might be a little cautious about the sells at this point. And this is kind of why I was saying to that point why I don't swing, because that person was talking about taking an entry after this candle rejected. So the entry is probably down here somewhere, 166.874. And so prices come down, you know, 30, 40 pips, and now it's back to entry, maybe a little drawdown. That's exactly why I secure and I don't fucking swing trade, because there's nothing that irritates me more when, you know, I'm 40 pips in profit and then I'm in drawdown. That's the worst fucking thing. Unknown Avenger, yeah, same here. East Coast, just considering it since the moves seem to be cleaner. Yeah. I mean, if it works for you, then go for it. I mean, I know people here in the States, here in the East Coast and shit that trade London session. That's all they want to trade. And, you know, I just tell them cheers. And, you know, if it works for them, and that's all that matters. For me, it doesn't work, though. I'm not a night owl. Advinas, if BOE will raise interest rates enough today, we will get pullback. Yeah, it's going to raise 100%. So the forecast is 3%. Previous is 2.25%. But the difference is that if the actual is 3%, I'm going to anticipate price isn't going to move, because I've back tested this and I've seen that price has not moved at all for BOE interest rates the last 5 times. So why would it move today? Don't know. But yeah, I gotta go get this fucking coffee started here. I'll be right back. Alright, we back. I think it could be 0.5 instead of 0.75. Huh? Oh, you're talking about raising it? I mean, why? Why would you say that? I mean, it's the forecast and actual have been the same the last 5 times, so why would it be different this time? I mean, it can be different 100%, but the probability of it being different is very low. The probability of it being the same is very high. I mean, they've raised it Yeah, I don't know. It's been, it's been very consistent here. There's a lot of consistency here. Price hasn't moved. Rates have been the same. Or not, rates have been the same. Rates have increased, but the actual and forecasts have been the same. There's a lot of things that are telling us that the same thing's gonna happen. You know what I mean? But I mean, by all means, if I am wrong here, then I stand corrected. But it's just a game of probability. In my opinion, probability is telling us that if they're saying it's going to be 3%, then actual is going to be 3%, because the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times that we can see here, it's happened. And before that, okay, so here's another thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times. So out of the last 14 times we've seen rates, BOE rates, forecast has been the same as actual. One time has it been different. One time. The last 14 out of 15 times. So what's that math? That math is 1 divided by 15. You have about a 6% chance of it being different, of forecast being different than the actual. A 6% chance, and a 94% chance that forecast is going to be the same as actual. But this is all just my speculation. This is all just critical thinking here. Like I said, I could be completely wrong, but just like trading, everything in life is a game of probabilities. Jordan, you remember that fucking class we had with Mr. Bodar? Dr. Brodar? Fucking prob stat? Yeah, life's just a game of probabilities. I wish I would have paid attention in that class a little bit more. I would be a lot better at trading, probably. Oh shit, I forgot to journal this trade, so bear with me. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Dag on it. Bear with me a second. Yeah, I want that. Yeah, bro. I need to message him on Facebook. I'm friends with him on Facebook, man. I need to message him and be like, yo, man, you need to tell these kids to pay attention to your fucking class, man. You were too easy on us. We didn't give a shit. You need to tell these kids to pay attention, man. Everything in life is a game of probabilities. What's the probability of this happening? It's all just speculation. Nobody really knows like what the fuck's going on. Nobody really knows anything. Over time you just get more experienced with like taking action, with executing things, and you're like, okay, I've seen this happen in the past, and this happened. But yeah, so these rates are about to come out in like 50 seconds, I think. We're stuck in a range. If we think about the buy stop, sell stop theory, buy stops here, sell stops here. I'm not gonna trade it though. I already got 10 pips for the day. I don't want to risk anything, and I also don't think anything's gonna happen. I don't think anything's gonna happen because I looked at the charts for the last couple of times and nothing has happened. So, why would it change right now? But yes, let's see. So we got 15 seconds left. Gold's probably not going to do anything. Looks like we got a support here. Looks like we rejected this area perfectly. So my intuition of range to range trading has succeeded me again and not being greedy. Oh, it does look like we have a little bit of volume in the markets here. Looks like if you had the buy stop, sell stops in place, then you would have been activated here, and now price is falling. So I stand corrected. Something is off here. No, it's the fucking same. Actual is the same as forecast, and we're moving. We're moving. We'll see where this candle closes, though. Honestly, we'll see what happens here. This is a 100 pip candle. It's a 100 pip candle. So it did give a little action here. See, this is where you start to like question things, you know, because like this is a 100 pip candle, you know, in the first 1 minute, and you know everything's consistent here. The rates are this, you know, the rates are continuing to increase. I don't know, maybe people are like, oh fuck that, 3%, you know, that's insane, you know, fuck that, you know, maybe they're just pissed off about that. And maybe that's why it got a little bit more volatile. But like, I mean, like I said, you know, we've back tested this, you know, in the stream this morning, you know, we looked at this, and like the last time rates came out was right here, September 22nd, 8 a.m. Yeah, I mean the candle before was huge, but the trading candle wasn't shit. The trading candle, well, 80 pips. Okay. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know anything. What do I know? Just over here gambling. But yeah, I mean downtrend. You know, it all makes sense, to be honest. I mean, it makes sense for price to continue bearish. So if you took that sells, congrats, kudos to you. If your analysis was sells and it worked out, congrats, kudos to you. Advinas, I'm curious, did you execute on something here? Jordan, you need to stop showing numbers every year. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was trying to figure out, like, you know, his class was like boring as fuck. He needs to start, like, he needs to dumb it down. I think he needs to start talking about, like, what's the probability of you getting stopped at a red light on the way to work if you have 30 red lights. Okay, cool, the probability is pretty high, you know. But yeah, spread is wild. Maybe I should have stayed in that class. Yeah, I should have 100%, man. I would definitely be a lot further in trading. I think they expected it to go bad, so steady seems good. Yeah, but GJ is going down, so obviously something's bad for the currency here. Because, you know, as anticipated right here, interest rate, actual greater than forecast is good for the currency. So if it was less than 3%, that would be good for the currency. If it was higher than 3%, it would be bad for the currency. So nope, I'm staying away, looking to buy GBP at some point. Okay. I respect that. But yeah, I think you know, we might be able to consider gold buys above here. You know, it's 25 pip range, so we can readjust this now. Gold buys with a closure above. Remember, that's going to be counter trend, so got to be really cautious about gold buys, to be honest. Mike, opposite way around. Higher interest, good for currency, bad for economy. Okay, that makes sense. Oh yeah, no, that makes perfect sense, because obviously, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So yeah, I was just confusing myself with thinking about GBP, the currency, as the economy. And as we all know, based on how the Fed operates here in the States, it's 100% opposite. Joao, maybe this is manipulation, like dollar yesterday with the interest rate. That could be very correct. Yeah, because let's see. Yeah, because there's speech here at 8:30. Yeah, and this, yeah, this Bailey, every time she freaking flops her trash bucket, man, GBP gets a little crazy. This is kind of like Powell, you know, like Powell speaking, and with the indices, you know, the same type of thing. Yeah, so we could see a little chop here today, a little chop in the market. But yeah, I got to go pour my coffee now, because Oh damn, look at gold. Sheesh. Where are you going, buddy? Where were you going? What's happening here, gold? Things just moving. Would have been a counter trend entry here though, so any type of gold buy execution would have been a little risky there, I think. A little risky. Look at gold go. Yes, the gold is like this because look at the dollar movement. DXY? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I mean at this point you just gotta wait. Just gotta wait for this on gold. Nothing you can execute on here. Could have executed on this, so like this is like something I always look at. Like when I see moves like this happen, I'm like, damn, how could I have executed on that? So in my opinion, how this could have been executed on is, you know, if we look at this, we know that this is a support. We know that this is a support in the past, so we know that's a past rejection area. We already yeah, so let's do this from 15 minutes. So we know this is a support. 15-minute candle closed right at support with a small bottom wick. The next 15-minute candle opened, you know, didn't break the low, respected it, came and broke the high, closed strong bullish. So okay, now we know that this is a strong support. And so unlike this scenario, in this scenario, this candle wicked down, broke the high, and has now been pushing up. So the entry could have been right there. And if we look at 30-minute candle, this also lines up with the entry based on this candle breaking the previous 30-minute candle's high. And the reason that would have been a good entry based off of 30-minute candle is because this is a bullish candle that rejected a past support area. And so we can anticipate price to respect the low, break the high, continue bullish. Hourly, this is the same thing I was talking about on GJ right here with the I think it was like with the 15-minute. Yeah, with the 15-minute right here, rejected. You know, then I said it was probably going to break the high. You know, same thing there. So this is that same thing. You know, bearish candle, it rejected a support, closed weak bearish. You know, as candle breaks a high, entry. You know, it all aligns. Whoops, didn't mean to change that one. And then 4 hour, you know, we're rejecting that 4 hour support. Support, you know, we're rejecting it. So yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. So that's how it could have been caught. So put that in your journal for future reference. I also keep forgetting to most of 15, 30 hourly. Yes, DXY, I think it would bounce off a major support area. Yep, exactly, just like we identified. Just like we identified. This is where I get into trouble. I see a good opportunity, but my hesitation makes me get in where I should have taken profit. Yeah, Christine, I mean, I think like a lot of it is just being comfortable with executing. You know, as long as you're following your trading plan. As long as you're following your trading plan, you should feel confident in executing, even if there's a little bit of doubt, even if there's a little bit of hesitation. Because if you execute and it works out, you're gonna build confidence with that move. And if you execute and it doesn't work out, then it's just a loss. It's just a lesson, no problem. As long as you were within your risk parameters and you're not over trading, it's not a bad loss, you know. And that's honestly like kind of why I executed on gold right here. I was like, no, this is my setup. You know, I love trading slingshots. You know, it all makes sense. Like everything makes sense. You know, I don't care about these little wicks to the left side. Like they're gonna be filled. And so with that said, you know, that's where I was just like, all right, I'm gonna execute. And that was one of those situations in my mind where I was like, all right, cool. You know, if this works out, amazing. I'm gonna be more confident in this happening in the future. If it doesn't work out, no problem. I'm just gonna figure out how I can you know, how I can learn from it. If you missed it, probably better to not chase a trade afterward. 100%. Yeah, you 100% have to execute. Have to accept that. Even if if you miss entry by 3 or 4 pips, you know, like fuck it, just sit on your hands. You know, you missed it at that point. You know, you don't. I mean, every pip counts. You know, so yeah, no FOMO. Well said, Mike. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. All right, I gotta go pour my coffee now. I gotta Man, somebody told me a couple of years ago to get a pour over coffee pot. Let me just tell you all, that is the dumbest fucking thing you can do. Who wants to stand there and pour the coffee and just watch it drip through the fucking thing slow as hell? Oh my gosh, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. So with that said, on my Christmas list this year, I'm gonna put a new coffee maker because I never really like got too irritated with it, but now that I'm doing the live streams, I realize like how inconvenient it is to make coffee, where I could just buy a machine that just makes it for me. I don't know why. Whoever told me to get a pour over coffee pot, you know, I gotta find out who that was and be like, dude, that was a terrible idea. But enough with my pour over coffee rant there. I'll be right back. And we're just gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait and see where price closes based on these levels to see what the next move is. So just be patient at this point, and we'll continue here in a second. A pour over coffee pot. That is, yeah, that thing right there in that picture. This right here, this is the exact one I have. So it's so dumb. Like you have to have this thing. You have to have this kettle thing, you know, to heat up the water. Then once you heat up the water and it's boiling, then you can pour it into this. And then it just drips through, and you can only pour a little bit at a time, obviously, because this mug thing is much bigger than what's in here, and it drips through so slow. It's just fucking terrible, man. It's just terrible. It's terrible. Terrible invention. That gives incredible smell of coffee. That is correct. That is correct. That is very correct. Christine, exactly. You know, it's 2022, you know, machines do this shit. We got robots now. You know, come on. Nowadays, you can just set a timer on the coffee pot and it'll just make at a certain time. You know, it's just insane. Looks like a prehistoric automatic. Yeah, 100%. Oh my gosh. And I realized I spelled pour over wrong. It should be not pour as in I'm poor, but pour as in you pour something. But yeah, Chrissy, I'll send you a coffee pot for Christmas. Honestly, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make this shit. I'll be right back, and then we'll carry on the stream. We'll see if we can find anything else. This will give us some time to let candles close. Probably want to wait for a 30-minute candle to close at this point, because we did just see a 15-minute candle close. Ooh, and we're right at support. I mean, we're right at resistance here. So nothing on gold. Probably gonna reject. And on GJ, you know, it's closed inside of this range. So nothing at this point. Have to wait for 30-minute candles to close and see where we go from there. Yeah, Unknown Avenger, gold on 15-minute. I would be really cautious with this. We just saw this happen on GJ. This same thing just happened. Double top, you know, it's like a double top. That's what people always call it. The only difference in this thing is it's got a bigger wick, and this candle is a little bit higher than these candles. So it's a little bit more probability in your favor, I think. But at the same time, I think it's still risky. I'd rather see price close above this area, or wait for like a 30-minute candle to close above this area, because it's 30-minute resistance too. So not only is it 15-minute resistance, but it's also 30-minute resistance, making it just a little bit more stronger of a resistance. But alright, I'll be right back now, guys. Don't send any more messages for the time. No, I'm just kidding. You can send more messages if you want. If you have more questions, I'll just respond in the chat. I'll respond in the chat via text. I'll pull it up on my phone here. But just give me about 5 minutes. All right, we back. We back with some fresh coffee. Did anybody execute anything on GJ there for the interest rates? Stop orders for the speech. Right on. Yeah, that should be coming up here in a second. I'm gonna anticipate it's just gonna keep falling. I mean, they're probably not gonna be talking about anything great. But we might see the same type of thing that happened yesterday where, you know, gold, if you remember when rates came out, price went up like 100 pips. Then when the speech started, it went down like 150 pips, you know. So we might see the same thing. So far, it's been all gold trades this month. All gold trades this month. We're only 3 days in, so still a lot of time left. But and that trade was perfect though. That trade was 4 minutes long. Those are the type of trades I like to be in. It was less than 4 minutes long actually. 7:31. Wait. 7:21, sorry. Tried the initial move, but spread was too wild. Got out BE, waiting for 8:30 now. Did you have any slippage with your entry? I'm curious. My reverse, yep. Faye. Hey Mike, just joining now after your inspiration today. first day I've stuck to trading only one session London, so granting myself some family time before jumping in here to see what's going on. That's amazing. I'm happy for that. I'm happy for you and for that. Yeah, that's another beautiful thing about, you know, just dedicating yourself to one session. You know, you allow yourself more time. You know, it's funny because like with trading, you know, like with most things in life, like the more you work, the more time you put into it, you know, the more you're gonna get out of it. With trading, I feel like it's the opposite. You know, like the more you put into it, the more you get in the way of your own self, you know, and you start to like trade for what trading is not for. You know, trading is meant to create freedom. You know, if you're a slave to the charts all day, what kind of freedom do you have, you know? A lot of slippage. Yeah, that sucks. What broker do you use? Unknown Avenger. But we had 30-minute candle close. We're still kind of in this range here. So the only thing that I can really see on GJ is like, you know, sells below here with the MP special. And the reason that I say that is because price has just fallen at this point. And so if we get some sort of retracement, if we get a support to form, that'll be the low for the session. And then we get a retracement with a resistance, then we can go retest the low, or the resistance can either be broken to correct this move. So that's kind of what I'm thinking at this point. So I'm just going to readjust this analysis. So we're going to do sells below with the MP special. And then target for sells will be wherever resistance is. So we'll just do currently at the bottom of the wick. But we're gonna figure out that target for sells, I mean wherever the support is. So we're gonna have to figure out that target for sells once support is created, but that at this time we don't have anything. We only have the past support area, but we wouldn't look to take sells at this point anyways because price is just falling. But here, this speech is right now, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, so the speech is going on right now. I'm sure you can probably find it streaming somewhere if you want to watch it and hear what they're talking about, but I don't really care about it. But I'm assuming that's where this continuation is coming from, and we'll see how it reacts to the bottom of this wick here. Gold, on the other hand, oh, Dominion Markets. Damn, you had slippage with Dominion Markets. I've noticed that on GJ during news events, that there's been slippage on Dominion Markets during news events with GJ, but not on gold. On gold, it's like fucking immaculate. No slippage at all. It's amazing. It's crazy. Like, I've never seen it before in my life. So with gold here, I'm thinking that we wanted to remove everything. And we just kind of want to relook at this. Yeah, gold seems to be much better. Yeah, I agree. So daily is still moving hella bearish. We do have support, 1622 or so. 4 hour, we do have support, 1620. Yeah, 1620 is a pretty heavy level on 4 hour. 1 hour support down here as well. We're kind of closing below it. But this previous 1 hour candle has a very, very, very strong rejection. And then this candle broke the high and it's respected the low so far. And being that we're in the second half of the candle, I'm going to anticipate this candle is going to close bullish. Where? That's a good question. And that's probably going to determine the next direction. If it's a stronger bullish above this candle, you know, that engulfs this previous candle, I think we're probably going to look for like some sort of retrace on this move. Maybe we can correct this move up. But if it's a weak bullish candle, it's going to set up for a nice slingshot to continue this movement down. And a bullish candle on the hourly time frame is going to look really good at this time because we have had nothing but bearish candles, which is telling us that price has fallen really far and it has a very high probability to retrace because, you know, the further that price gets away from a support or resistance level, there's a higher probability for a retrace. Gold is ranging, correct. Yeah, I do think that right now we're just in like a little range here. I think at this current point, you know, we can look for like buys above this area, which I know this is like a, you know, a 20 pip range to a T. So with candles closing in this area, it's probably not going to be a tradable range, but with a naked range there, it's 30 pips, yeah, tradable range for sure. But at that point, we're gonna have like a lot of bullish candles, so it really just kind of depends on how candles print to that point. It might make more sense for more of like that bullish move to happen, then wait for a resistance, and that resistance either break or be respected and retest the lows. So we're kind of just in like a waiting game with gold. So currently we're just gonna have it as buys above with the closure. Like I said, very high chance that that's probably gonna change, and then down here sells below with the closure. Because price here, you know, this isn't enough range down to the bottom here. How did that 15? Okay. Yeah, so this 15-minute kind of is giving us like that MP special. Yeah, we could have caught this based on 15-minute, I think. Kind of with the same analysis that we had here. You know, this double top situation, same thing just happened right here. 15-minute broke the low. I think it should continue probably to fill this 15-minute range, 16-16. Yeah, it's why you gotta pay attention to all time frames and just figure out what the story is across all time frames. It's really important. Dang, and this is only 16 pips. Yeah, so it's not even really a tradable range. Yeah, I mean gold, we really don't have anything at this point. That little MP special move that's playing out right now is probably the one thing. So we haven't seen price below 16.16 in a long time. Gotta go to higher time frame and try and find this. Dang, and this was a key area in the past on 4 hour. What date is this? Try and pull this up on lower time frames. Oops. Or, oh, nope, we gotta upgrade. We gotta upgrade to see that. Fucking bastards. Yep, we gotta upgrade. It's the trading view trying to scam us here. Just trying to find the range, man. Can't you help me out, Trading View? Can't you help me out? Yep. Okay, so that's what it's gonna be then. That is what it's gonna be then. GJ just melting with the speech. Man, who was that said 165? TP hit, man. I hope you held that trade. I hope you didn't close it when I was telling you to be careful. I don't feel like an asshole if you did. Unknown Avenger done for the day. Thank you. Good luck, guys. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for showing up. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And we'll see you tomorrow for New York session if you're around tomorrow. Because I will be here. Dan, you out of here too? Have a good one. I'm still chilling. I'll probably be around for another 45 minutes or so. I'm still chilling. Have a good one, Dan. Thanks for stopping by. So we got 15-minute close down here on GJ. Close below. Candle's just really printing bearish though, so just have to wait for it to create support somewhere. Just gonna get rid of this for now. Wait for it to create support somewhere and go from there. Other than that, nothing. Gold looks like we can have some sells below. But remember, we want that closure. We really want that closure. Christine, no, I didn't talk about any other setups at this point. Basically was just saying for GJ, you know, price is just melting at this point. Just kind of need to wait for it to create a support and then go from there. For gold, we're just ranging at this point. So, you know, currently buys above here to target here and then sells below to target 1609. So really just waiting at this point. And yeah, sorry, I think we got a little laggy there. I was trying to close up some things that I had open on my desktop, and for some reason it always triggers a lag. Daniel, what's up, brother? Funding programs. So I did like dabble around with them like a long time ago, like honestly when I kind of first got into trading. But since I've been like profitable and like actually kind of known what I was doing was yeah, so I mean like with prop firms, you know, like before I was profitable, before I knew how to trade properly and like, you know, reduce risk, and even I had no idea what I was doing. I was using prop firms because I thought more money was going to be the solution to my trading success. But that wasn't the case, obviously. I failed a lot of those challenges, wasted a lot of money failing those challenges. And since I've become profitable, like a lot changed in my life like during that time period. So I had more cash, you know, I had more disposable income, and I just never went back to the funding platforms. But I know a lot of people that use funding platforms. Like I know like one of my good friends actually, he is a very successful trader and he's got plenty of money to fund his own account. He uses prop firms. He prefers prop firms. And the reason is number one, like he says, like the psychology is a little bit different on, you know, when trading like with a prop firm, because it's not your money. You know you only are risking like what it costs to get that account funded, essentially, you know. Like you're not using the entire amount. So he says it's a little bit different, you know, based on like, you know, the psychology between the numbers, he thinks. And then then there's also some like real benefits that are, number one, because you're using a prop firm, you're not being charged capital gains tax. You're just being, you know, you're being paid, you're being compensated as a 1099 employee. So because of that, you know, you obviously save a shit ton on taxes, you know, because capital gains tax is way higher than, you know, just income tax. And if you're being 1099, you can just have that 1099 go to an LLC and, you know, probably mitigate pretty much all the money that you would pay in taxes just with tax write-offs, you know. So you have a good CPA. If you have a good CPA, you know what you're doing, you know, the funding platforms are really beneficial. But I haven't used one. I know a lot of people that use them though, like I said. But my advice would be become profitable on a small account, become profitable on a real account. And if you can become profitable on a small real account with proper risk, not over leveraging, you know, being very smart, then go for it. Go for the funding challenges, and may the odds forever be in your favor. But if you, basically the point of me explaining all of that is, if you're in the mindset of more capital is going to be the answer to my trading success, you're wrong. You know, the money is no different, you know, it's all relative, you know. So but we have candle close excuse me, we have candle close here, 9 a.m. candle, so we know that's 4-hour candle close really strong bearish below this previous 4-hour support and below this other previous 4-hour support. So that's good signs for the bearish momentum to play out across the lower time frames. Remember, with anything, we always expect candle to create a top wick somewhere and then come down and break the low. So that's gonna show, you know, like a nice support and then a pullback on the lower time frames. So in my opinion, still waiting for sells below here with the closure, because remember, we do have like resistance at this point, you know, that we're dealing with. 1618, below 1618, there's another area somewhere, yeah, right here. So because this is here, we have to wait until 1616, because this is here, right here, and these sells would be trading right into a resistance at this point. That's not going to be a smart move. But if that's a part of your trading plan, then go ahead, by all means. That's 12 pips. It's not enough. Not enough. Need at least 20 pips. 30 pips to be real confident. Mike, trying to be more realistic about earnings from trading. Can you share what kind of percentage profitability per month you tend to experience on a monthly basis? It really kind of varies, to be honest. I would say what I need to do is hook my account up to like my FX book, so it'll give me all the stats. But I would say probably like 5 to 10% realistically is like what I see consistently. But it definitely varies. I'm only ever risking 1%. So it's very rare that I'll see like a losing month unless I had like just a terrible month. October was like pretty much break even for me. If you guys been tuning into the streams a little bit, I talked about kind of like what I changed in October versus what I was doing in August and September. And this month, November and December, I'm strictly going back to like what I was doing in August and September. Because like those, like September, I know I gained like 15-20%, but I had like 2 losses that entire month, so it was a very profitable month. But it's all relative because the profits are never really the same. The stop loss, the risk is always the same, the risk percentage, but the gain is never really consistently the same. But maybe that's what I'll do today, is I'll hook my account up to a MyFX book, and then that way it'll just tell me those things. And we don't have to speculate. But I mean, to answer your question, like I would say like realistically like 5 to 10% is very realistic on like a very conservative side. Once you get more confident, things are going to obviously get better for you. But it really just comes down to like confidence, executing, market conditions. There's a lot that goes into that. But like that trade this morning, like I gained like 0.3% on that, I think. 0.3% because, I was risking 1%. The stops was like 35 pips, so the position was very small to secure at 10 pips. So that's what I mean, if it was a 10 pip stop loss, then I would have gained 1%, That's a good question. Is MyFX book the only way to get those stats, or does each broker provide them? I think some brokers provide them. I'm not sure if Dominion Markets does or not. That's what I use, Dominion Markets, but I honestly never really dug around their back office. I know they show you like account growth and stuff based on like equity and stuff like that. Like they have charts for that, but I'm not sure if it tells you like on a month-to-month percentage or whatever. But yeah, I think MyFX book is probably like the only way to get that info. Currently trying with FTMO. I was profitable on small accounts, so tried it with FTMO. If you pass all the criteria but don't make 10% target, you get a free challenge. I'm on my 4th free challenge in a row. I would say that's a good thing, honestly. It sounds like, you know, you're not losing, you know, because I do think that that's one of the things is like you can't lose or whatever. Like you have to be like profitable, but if you don't make the full 10%, then oh well. So yeah, I mean, I think that's a good thing. If I traded my own account, I would have been making money, presuming I could deal with psychology side. Yeah, I mean, what I recommend for that, honestly, is just take away all the numbers on your chart. You know, take away all the dollar amounts, all that type of shit on your chart, and you know, just rock with that. Like that's pretty much what I do. Like all of my things show pips. It doesn't show dollar amounts. You know, obviously I could look at my trade history. It's gonna tell me PNL, you know, dollar amounts as well as pips, but like when I'm in the trade, the amount that's like moving is just pips, so the numbers are very small. But you're right, that's definitely a big thing. Like I realized that like when my account started getting above like 10,000, you know, that's when I started to like be like, damn, you know, like these just when you open a trade, I mean, you're down $30, you know, just from the the commissions and the spread, you know. So it's like fuck. Shandon, which time frames are you using? You should be able to see it right here. 30 and then 30. So pretty much just use the 30-minute time frame, but like these ones that are listed up here, you know, I'll fluctuate through all of them. I don't ever go to 5-minute. Sometimes I'll go to 5-minute just to see like what happened in a news event where I could have had some confidence with the news event, but I never use 5-minute. But pretty much like daily, 4-hour, 1 hour, and 30-minute are like key. 15-minute just to kind of like see, but I don't really like to execute based off of 15-minute. You know, 30-minute I like to execute on, and then 4-hour and daily for zone to zones. You know, figuring out like where I think price is probably gonna go. Holy, I've been muted for like, I wonder how long I've been muted for. Jake, jeez, man, my bad. But yeah, no. So what I was saying was, number one, that's funny, smart mic concepts. But yeah, no, I mean, I was basically just saying, like, I have a goal to hit 500 subscribers. Once I hit 500 subscribers, I will I have like a list of things that I'm gonna drop, and I'm gonna redo like some branding on YouTube. I'm gonna drop like a free like crash course type of thing with like the entries video, a couple other things, and you know, just kind of up my game up from there. But I was gonna start executing on that stuff, but I have a tendency to like have like shiny object syndrome, you know, where it's like I'll have an idea and I'm like, I gotta do that right now, you know. So the reason I haven't like really gone too crazy on YouTube yet is because you know, I'm trying to prove that it's worth my time, you know. Like if I can grow the channel, if I can hit that 500 subscriber mark with really doing nothing other than just the live streams, then adding more value is obviously going to increase like the potential output, you know. So but yeah, I wonder how long I've been muted for. Obviously I answered Shandon's question without being muted, so I think we're good. Looks like we might get this support on GJ finally. Kind of like a potential slingshot setup, you know, on the 15-minute, but 15 minutes not really the best time frame to execute on. We also have support there. We need to look at this on 30-minute. That's a clean, damn, that's a big wick right there on 30-minute. Okay, yeah, so yeah, GJ still has a lot of room that it can fill. GJ has a lot of room it can fill. So if this creates a 30-minute support, you know, we can anticipate what could probably happen based on how it closes. If it's a weak bullish candle, slingshot into this zone is perfect. But it could just continue moving bearish like it's been. Jake, man, I totally understand that, man. Like, no, like all my friends, you know, my like the people that I'm connected to, like locally, you know, they think this shit is like rocket science. But I honestly don't really talk about it. Like, they just like, you know, people know what's up, people know what I do, and yeah, you know, if they ask, you know, it's kind of why I created the YouTube, is because I had people starting to ask me like on Instagram and stuff, like, what are you doing, you know, how can I learn, and blah blah blah. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start streaming, you know, maybe I can start helping some people out that way. But yeah, I mean that's exactly how it is for me. Honestly, I don't really care though, you know. everybody has their own way. I don't, it doesn't help me or hurt me if my friends, are on with it or against it, I don't give a shit. But yeah, a lot of them just think it's like rocket science. Like, I don't think they realize how simple it actually is. Like, it's very complex, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, like, I think what they think I'm doing is something completely different than what I'm actually doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I had one of my friends tell me, like, oh, I'm just like not good with numbers. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? Like, I don't pay attention to any numbers at all. Like, I'm just looking at candlesticks and, trying to tell the story about what's happening. I'm not paying attention to any numbers at all. So it's one of those things, you make assumptions, what does that mean? You make an ass of yourself and whatever. They want to learn, streams right here. Feels like I'm that one Arby's on Tybee. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, the one franchise place left on the island. We used to have a Subway when I first moved here, but that thing's gone too. Subway's gone too. Tybee, man, what a place this place is. So we got about 7 minutes until NYSE open here. If you're still chilling with us, I appreciate you this far. And if you haven't already liked the stream, make sure you like the stream. If you're new to the stream, make sure you subscribe to the stream. Want to make sure that you can tune into future sessions that we have here, which is Monday through Friday, New York session. Yeah, so really we just had like that one gold idea this morning. Lino, US 30 just broke, I think. Yeah, I don't trade US 30, but if you want to send a chart in, I'll be happy to look at your analysis. But I'm actually in US 30 actually. On my EA trades that thing, and I just saw that it was in some trades. Oh, just kidding. It hit take profit. I mean, yeah, closed out profit, whatever. Cool. weird. Yeah, that thing's been pretty nice to me. I do have that hooked up to a MyFX book. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. What just happened here? Whoa, 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 what just happened here? It just opened like 10 times. Whoa, 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 what's going on here? You guys see this? Oh my god. We got something very bad happening right now. I don't know why it keeps opening up more tabs. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is going on? Why is this happening? Alright, so we're gonna close this for now. And give me 1 second. Alright, let's see if it... Oh, what the heck? Huh. Safari does some weird shit. Yeah, this is that EA that I have. Oh my gosh. We're losing it here, man. We're losing it. We're all over the place. Yeah, exactly, Max. But yeah, this thing's up 65%, man. I started on September 13th. Deposited $1,400 in it. It's up almost $1,000. Had like a little pullback here, but we had an amazing day. I think that was like 2 days ago. That was like 20% gains in one day. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, this thing's pretty solid though. This thing's been working real good. 22% in September, 10% in October. We're already up 23% in November. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, pretty solid though. Pretty solid. Oh, this happened to me. This happened to me earlier. We're having a really troubled time here. Holy, now this thing won't go away. Is this a joke? We're really going down the drain right now. I have no idea what its strategy is. It's not mine. I have no idea what it is. It's not mine that I created. I just purchased a license for it. I have to head off and call it a day. Happy with my 81 pips for the day. Traveling tomorrow, so won't be back around. And we'll catch you next week. Sounds amazing, Faye. Have an amazing day. Have a great weekend. Safe travels. See you next week. Congrats on 81 pip day. That's amazing. Caught that bag. But yeah, so we had 30-minute close here now. 30-minute candles did close. Still no support on GJ, so nothing on GJ. Like I said, you know, I'd really like to see like the MP special play out here on GJ at this point. Low's been created. You know, we need some sort of pullback. You know, this would be like the MP special pullback and then go retest the lows to target this area here. Or the other option is we see this move down, we see a level of support created, but then that support breaks immediately, which would be like the slingshot. Or the other option is like we see this move down, we see a level of support, and then that support, you know, like just does like a little chop here, and you know, we just correct this move up and, you know, can continue. So there's a couple of options here, but the main thing that like really sticks out to me at this current time is just waiting for a level of support, and then looking for price to come up, form a resistance, and then go retest the supports. But like we were talking about, this is like a slingshot setup right here on the 15-minute. I mentioned that this was probably gonna play out here, but have much more confidence if that was done on 30-minute. And now that the 30-minute candle has closed weak bearish, you know, candles were small, got really big, now they're getting small. It's kind of showing that support's probably going to be formed here soon. So got to be careful with GJ at this point. Probably wait for a 30-minute support like I was talking about. And then gold, same thing here. I mean, gold's analysis: buys above 1624, targets 1627, sells below 1616, target 1609. Simple. Just ranging here on gold and have to catch a tradable range. This is, you know, 21 pips here, so could readjust this to bring this a little bit lower. But this is kind of a part of the range too, so just got to see how candle will close in that range there. But cool, we're gonna call it for today. Gotta get into some work today. Everybody have a great Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow for another New York session live stream. If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream, and if you are new to the stream, make sure you subscribe to the channel. With that said, we're gonna exit here for today. Adios.